If you're over 60, there's a simple 1-minute movement you can do before bed that wakes up your muscles while you sleep. And the surprising part? You don't need strength, flexibility, or long workouts. Just one tiny activation that your body has been waiting for. Maybe this sounds familiar. You lie down at night already tired, but your legs feel heavy, almost asleep. And by morning, the stiffness is even worse. You're not alone. Many adults after 60 feel this same silent weakening, yet almost no one knows how to stop it. This slow loss of strength shows up in small ways, needing the bed to stand up, feeling unsteady on the first steps of the day, or noticing that your legs don't respond like before. It's frustrating because the decline feels invisible, until suddenly it isn't. Connective tissue tightens slightly, joint fluid settles. None of this is dangerous. But together, it creates that frustrating morning stiffness, that slow start, that uncomfortable feeling that your body needs time to reboot. And for adults over 60, this effect becomes stronger because muscle fibers naturally lose responsiveness unless they receive regular activation signals. Not intense exercise, not heavy stretching, just movement. Here's the key frustration many people share. You go to bed feeling okay and wake up feeling older. But that's not your fault. It's simply the body doing what it does when left still too long. And the best part? You don't need to overhaul your life to fix this. You just need to interrupt the cycle gently before it begins. In a few moments, I'll show you how. For decades, many people have been told the same story. That stiffness is just part of getting older, that the body slows down and there's nothing you can do. That mobility fades no matter what. But here's the truth, and it surprises almost everyone over 60. Your muscles haven't stopped responding. They've just stopped receiving the right signal. The belief that you need long workouts or complicated routines to stay mobile is simply outdated. In reality, your body responds incredibly well to small, gentle doses of movement, especially at night when the nervous system is calmer and more ready to listen. Think of your muscles like a dark room. Most people try to fix stiffness by forcing the door open or flooding the space with light all at once. But you don't need a floodlight, you just need a small switch. 1 minute, one motion, one signal that tells your muscle fibers, don't shut down tonight. Once you understand this, everything changes. You no longer see stiffness as a permanent limitation. You see it as a temporary state you can influence quickly. In just a moment, I'll show you the exact movement. But first, we need to make one thing clear. Your body is capable of reactivation at any age, and it happens faster than most people ever imagine. Here's the promise of this entire video, stated as simply as possible. If you give your body 1 minute each night, you can wake up with less stiffness, better balance, and a feeling of strength returning, even after 60. Not by pushing hard, not by stretching intensely, not by doing anything uncomfortable, but by sending the right message to your muscles at the exact moment they prepare to shut down. This tiny ritual helps loosen the hips, improve circulation to the legs, reduce that first step pain in the morning, reactivate muscles that grow quiet during sleep, support a steadier, safer rise out of bed. And the beauty is in its simplicity. The movement is gentle. It doesn't require flexibility. It doesn't require endurance. It doesn't even require standing if that's difficult. It just requires you. For 1 quiet minute before bed. In a moment, I'll walk you through the movement step by step. But before that, let's understand why nighttime is the perfect moment for this powerful little ritual. To understand why this 1 minute ritual works so well, you need to know what happens inside your body at night, especially after 60. Even though sleep restores the mind, it creates a very different effect on the muscles. When you lie still for hours, your body enters what could be called a maintenance mode. Your brain slows movement signals, your circulation becomes calmer, your joints produce less fluid, your muscle fibers cool and settle. It's a natural protective state, but it leaves the body a little stuck by morning. And here's the interesting part. Nighttime is the moment when your muscles are actually the most teachable. During the day, your nervous system is busy processing everything, walking, standing, balancing, reacting to the world. But in the quiet of the evening, the system becomes more receptive. Your muscles respond more quickly to small, simple activation cues. Think of it like tuning a guitar string. When everything is calm and quiet, even the slightest adjustment makes a difference. But when there's noise and activity, the subtle changes get lost. This is why long workouts aren't needed and often aren't effective right before bed. What is effective is a slow, controlled, gentle pattern that wakes the muscles without stressing them. Another reason this works so well for people over 60 is because the body relies more on neuromuscular reminders as the years pass. Your muscles respond best not to force, but to consistency, gentleness, and timing. And nighttime, right before you sleep, is the perfect timing. In just a moment, you'll learn the simple movement that takes advantage of this quiet, receptive state. But first, let's create the frame that will make the movement even more powerful. Before I show you the movement itself, it's important to understand the principle behind it, because this principle is the key to why just 1 minute can make such a difference. Your muscles don't need force to stay active. They need signals. Signals of movement, signals of direction, signals that remind them, stay ready. After 60, the body becomes incredibly responsive to something called microactivation. Small, slow, gentle movements that wake up deeper muscle fibers without straining them. These tiny motions send a clear message through the nervous system, almost like knocking softly on a door instead of trying to push it open. Think of it like warming your hands near a fire. You don't shove your hands into the flame. You simply get close, let the warmth spread, and your fingers come back to life naturally. This movement ritual works the same way. It warms the muscles from the inside. It improves circulation without raising your heart rate. It gently re-lubricates the joints, and it creates a wave of readiness that your body carries into the night and into the next morning. Small movements done at the right moment can activate more muscle fibers than large movements done at the wrong moment. And now that you understand that, the movement itself will make perfect sense and feel even more effective when you try it. In the next section, I'll introduce you to someone who experienced this firsthand. Let me tell you about Margaret, a 72-year-old retired teacher from Portland. When she first came to me, she described her mornings in a way I've heard hundreds of times. It feels like my legs belong to someone else when I wake up. She wasn't in severe pain. She wasn't injured. She was simply stuck. Every morning, her hips felt tight, her lower back felt locked, and her first few steps felt shaky. She told me she kept slippers next to her bed because she was afraid her feet wouldn't fully support her. Her frustration wasn't just physical, it was emotional. She used to enjoy long morning walks, but recently she needed 15 to 20 minutes just to feel normal again. I miss waking up ready, she said. I introduced her to the same 1-minute night movement I'm about to teach you. She looked at me, almost confused. That's it? 1 minute? That can't possibly be enough. But she agreed to try it, every night, gently, slowly, right before getting into bed. When she returned a couple of weeks later, she walked into the room with a small smile. I didn't want to say anything before it was real, she said, but my mornings feel different. My legs wake up faster. I feel steadier. I feel younger. She wasn't doing anything extreme. She wasn't pushing. She wasn't stretching intensely. She was simply giving her body a nighttime reminder, a soft activation that prevented her muscles from shutting down completely. And what she said next has stayed with me. It's like my body remembers me again. If Margaret could rediscover strength at 72 with 1 minute, imagine what your body can do too. All right, this is the moment you've been waiting for. The 1-minute night movement that gently reactivates your muscles before sleep, without strain, without stretching, and without getting on the floor. This movement is called the seated slow march. It's simple, safe, and deeply effective for adults over 60 because it targets the hips, thighs, and core, the exact muscles that tend to fall asleep overnight. Here's how to do it. Step 1, sit at the edge of your bed. Sit tall, feet flat on the floor, hands resting lightly on your thighs. Your back should feel supported, not rigid. Think of your spine growing gently upward. This position already signals your body to wake up a little. Step 2, lift your right knee slowly. Lift your right knee just a few inches, no higher than feels comfortable. Move slowly, like you're lifting through warm water. Hold for one gentle breath, then lower slowly. You should feel a soft activation in your thigh and hip, not strain. Step 3. Lift your left knee the same way. Repeat the same gentle motion with your left knee. Slow, controlled, steady. Again, hold for 1 breath, then lower. Step 4. Continue alternating for 1 minute. That's it. Just alternate. Right, left, right, left. Move at a pace that feels soothing. The goal is slowness, not speed. You're sending a message to your muscles and nervous system. I still need you. Stay awake tonight. What you should feel: a warm sensation in the thighs, light activation in the lower belly, the hips feeling more open, a subtle sense of stability returning. If you feel pain, lift the knee less. Even an inch is enough. Why it works. This tiny movement boosts circulation right before sleep, activates hip flexors and quads, re-lubricates the hip joints, sends balance-related signals through the nervous system, prevents the overnight shutdown that leads to morning stiffness. Think of it as flipping on the lights in your muscle hallway. Softly, gently, 1 bulb at a time. Do this every night, and your mornings can begin to feel noticeably steadier. Now that you know the movement, let's make sense of why it works in simple, clear terms. As we age, muscles don't lose their ability to activate. They lose their reminders. The connection between the brain and the muscles, especially the hips, thighs, and core, becomes quieter at night. Signals slow down, circulation decreases, joint fluid settles, and muscle fibers slip into a light, inactive state. The seated slow march acts like a gentle wake-up call before your body enters hours of stillness. Here's what happens inside. 1. Muscle fibers receive a fresh activation signal. Even a tiny lift of the knee re-engages the muscle fibers responsible for walking, balance, and standing. It primes them so they don't shut down overnight. 2. Circulation improves in the exact areas that stiffen during sleep. Slow knee lifting sends blood into the thighs and hips, 2 areas that lose warmth and responsiveness at night. Better circulation equals easier movement in the morning. 3. Joint lubrication increases. Every slow lift helps your hips produce and spread the fluid that keeps them mobile. This reduces that first step tightness. 4. The nervous system rewrites the plan for morning movement. When the brain receives calm, controlled movement signals at night, it keeps those pathways active. This makes balance more stable when you first get out of bed. Think of this as warming the engine before a cold morning. You're not forcing anything. You're preparing everything. And the best part? Your body responds to this preparation almost immediately. Now that you understand the movement and why it works, let's make it even easier to fit into your nightly routine and adaptable to every body. First, the best time to do it is right before you get into bed. Not 20 minutes before, not after you've already lain down, but in that calm moment when the day is ending and your body is preparing for rest. This timing gives the movement its power. Do the seated slow march for 1 minute, moving slowly and breathing gently. If a minute feels too long at first, start with 30 seconds. The key is consistency, not intensity. Here are a few helpful variations. If your hips feel tight, lift each knee just an inch. Even the smallest movement still sends the activation signal your muscles need. If balance is a concern, place your hands on the bed for extra support. Stability is more important than range. If you feel stiff in your lower back, lean back slightly and focus on slow breathing as you lift each knee. This helps release tension in the spine. If your legs fatigue easily, alternate even slower, giving yourself a full breath between each lift. To enhance results, pair the movement with a warm herbal tea or slow nasal breathing. Both help calm the nervous system, which increases the effect of microactivation. Remember, this ritual is not about working out. It's about reminding your muscles that they are alive, needed, and capable every single night. Key a moment and imagine something simple. Waking up tomorrow and feeling your legs respond a little faster. Your hips feel a little looser. Your first few steps feel a little steadier. That tiny change, just a few degrees of improvement, is the first sign that your body is listening again. It doesn't matter if you're 60, 70, or 80 plus, your muscles are never too old to wake up. They're never too far gone to respond. They simply need the right signal, delivered gently and consistently. This is where the 1-minute ritual becomes transformative. Every night you're telling your body, I'm still here, I still care, and I'm choosing movement, not decline. And the body responds in kind, slowly at first, then more noticeably, then unmistakably, a little more strength, a little more balance, a little more trust in your own steps. Think of this ritual like lighting a small candle in a dark room. One flame doesn't brighten everything, but it changes how you feel. It changes what you believe is possible. You don't need to reclaim your mobility in one day. You just need to show your body a direction, 1 minute at a time. If you've made it this far, you've already done something powerful. You've given yourself the chance to feel better. Not someday, but starting now. And here's the beautiful part. Most people who try this 1-minute ritual notice subtle changes within just a few nights. Maybe your legs feel lighter when you swing them out of bed. Maybe your first step feels smoother. Maybe your hips don't argue with you quite as much. Or maybe you simply feel a new sense of confidence. That quiet inner voice whispering, yes, you're getting your mobility back. These small improvements are not accidents. They are the first signs of reactivation, the first signs of your body remembering its strength, the first signs that aging does not have to mean shrinking, retreating, or giving up movement. You've just learned a tool that supports your mornings before your morning even begins, and that's something worth celebrating. Before you go, I want you to remember something important. Your body still responds, your muscles still listen, and you are still capable of building strength, stability, and confidence 1 minute at a time. If this simple night ritual gave you hope, or if it reminded you that your best years can still feel strong, I'd love for you to stay connected with this channel. We create videos exactly for people like you, people who want to age with power, clarity, and independence. So if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and leave a like. It helps this message reach more people who need it. And if you want to take one small step of commitment today, write the word reactivate in the comments. It's a promise to yourself, a reminder that you're choosing movement, vitality, and a body that still works with you. Thank you for being here, and remember, your next morning can feel better than your last.